We all think that we know what voice is all about, but do we know how it feels when we are silenced? That's one of the explorations we're doing in this event.
Our events are normally centred around presentations, but this time we wanted to be more engaging, a bit more exciting, to reach wider audiences.
The event is very much a live action research project. We are going to be looking to sort of test in quite an innovative way with the audience.
The basic format of the event is each activity will be interactive and exploring a particular question related to the concept of voice. One of the activities is on the power of voice. We are going to show people clips of various celebrities expressing an opinion which may or may not be sort of annoying or unconventional. People then have the right to vote to silence that voice. One of the sessions is called Speaking Through Others. We're going to give people a case study. They come up with a sort of consensus on how they solve this problem. Once they've had their debate on their table, the spokesperson will feed back their opinion, and they have to decide amongst themselves how they actually want to deliver their response.
What is voice? That for us is an open question, which is why we've set up all these different stimuli.
Having voice within an organisation is about having a say in decisions that might affect you as an employee, and that's really linked to feelings of autonomy and can really motivate people if they feel like their voice is at least being considered or they have the opportunity to voice their own opinion.
We know that there's a very close link between voice and the extent to which people are prepared to go the extra mile for their organisation. Employers need to think quite creatively and quite innovatively about how they approach the issue in the future.
I think it's quite useful to actually run through the arguments for making sure that people do have voices and understanding the power we have when people hold up a card and say, no, I'd like to silence Mr. Trump. Is that the right thing?
I think it's made me realise that in the workplace, if you do have a strong employee voice, then people are listened to, people are able to contribute and overall sort of create a better working workplace.
It was a very engaging format to debate a particular topic, hear each other's views, argue with passion.
This evening had a number of other layers that have probably got my attention, and that is, you're in a group of people that you've never met before. There are people that will speak louder than others. And I think I'll recognise other situations and see different components of those situations in the future because of the experience this evening.
And I think it's really useful to be able to go through your thoughts and feel and think about how you present yourself, what responsibility you take for yourself in your own organisation.
We live in an age where there's a kind of cult of voice. Everyone wants to know our opinion, but the parameters that are set are so narrow, we disregard it. Voice needs to be about framing the questions that we're looking at in the first place.
Far too often, as researchers, we rely on published academic sources, and we use them as the basis for further knowledge creation. The fun part is in innovating, finding new ways of finding data, forcing ourselves outside from the office to explore what the real world is doing is actually refreshing and necessary.